single day again for like 365 days on Flunkstar. So here we all are again. Toss a tip in the swear jar. We're back on Flunkstar. Let's see how this year goes.
Guys, it is fluentchaos, and we are back on the Flunkstar server for a very special episode. I have decided to take some time here since we got a new update and everything, and I've been getting getting more subs here and there, just a trickle, but I love it. I love it. A lot of people probably know that the server's named Flunkstar, but don't really know the history of it. So today, we're going to tell you about Flunkstar. So, first things first, if you ever join the server, this is where you start. This is Flunkstar's spawn. It is 1,000,000 out to the X, and I'll explain that a little bit later. But this is the spawn, and this will pretty much always be the spawn because Flunkstar X, which is this, the 10th Flunkstar, was meant to be the Flunkstar Forever map. The always and forever, like this is the map. And so when we launched this, I think it was Caves and Cliffs update. I don't remember, but it was like December of 2021 that we started this particular map, Flunkstar X, the 10th Flunkstar, like I said. And so we went to work doing what we normally do with a Flunkstar, building things and, getting shit together. And this is the dorms. This is kind of our spawn, even though the spawn's over there. This is where everyone kind of lived. And to this day, even though we've had other spawns, this is it. So let me tell you about Flunkstar. Let's go to where it all began. And that is going to be, we're at the Temple of Flunkstar right now, by the way. I'll explain all this eventually as well. But we need to go to where it all began back in 2010. And in 2010, I was introduced to Minecraft by my brother, Tankpunk Paul, who's no longer around, unfortunately. Sucks. But he's the reason anything Flunkstar is even here. So what is this? This is not my first Flunkstar map, but this is the first Flunkstar. This is a 2010 SMP. Literally alpha. In fact, a funny little proof of that here is and we're not going to be touring every city, but this was our alpha. You can tell our alpha world, and we put walls around it and everything. But this is 2010, and so my brother Tankpunk got me into the game, and it's funny. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. My brother was always big on telling me about new games and stuff. And he told me about Minecraft, and he showed me the trailer, and the trailer at the time was it was just like a minecart demo. They just added minecarts, and they were kind of showing it off. And so he had showed that to me, and this used to have the little rails on the side that would like boost the cart. We fixed it eventually, but he told me about the game, and I thought it looked stupid, but I decided to play with him, and like literally within minutes, I was hooked. Minecraft was awesome. So did a single player world with my kid at the time who was like 3 or 4, and then looked into multiplayer a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I need to get this multiplayer. So I grabbed my good friend Delbat1017, who's been here since the beginning, and my brother, who's the one that showed me about it, and then the only other person that really built here was my kid, Superhero Isaac at the time, but now Ender Cat Core. But yeah, so that's how Minecraft started, and this was our very first SMP world. We started building this, and this was height. This was the max height. I couldn't even put torches on this because it was max height, so I had to put them here. This is an old water slide, but so Flunkstar started back in 2010, but it wasn't called Flunkstar. One of the weird things that I did with all my maps until it became Flunkstar was, can I find spawn? Oh my god, can I? It's like, wait, where's the? All right, here we go. So this is the way to spawn. All right, let's do this. Ow! But what we would do is we'd make a map and we'd try to take like names and smash them all together. So this is Suitler City. The reason it's called Suitler City is my last name is Suitor. I'm not a hockey player, and my buddy's last name was Bachelor, and so we took Bachelor Suitor and we made Suitler City, and this is Suitler City. And it gets crazy in here. We're not doing the tour though, so that's how it all began. And so what we came to realize is, as much as we love this map, is that things get updated in Minecraft quite often. And so every time they got updated, we would make a new world. It was kind of like, back in the beta, or in the alpha days, to beta and everything else, sometimes you just had to make a new world. So this was our beta world. And now this one was called, what was this one called? It was just in front of me. It wasn't there was a star, it was Fluentstar Batica. Let's see here. Where is it? It was Fluentstar Batica. So this was me, Fluent Star, being my girlfriend at the time, Starly. That is Ender Isaac Core's mom, and Delbat, and this was our beta world. And yeah, this I don't know all the years of this, but basically this was beta. So because of beta, we updated, and we spent a lot of time on this map too. I think I made my first orb. We've got Ginormous on the very first official Flunkstar, but this was the first one right here, Orbis, not Ginormous, just Orbis. Let's see if we can get an Orbis. Woo! Okay, this was to prevent mobs from crawling in here, honestly. That's what this is. Normie died in this at the beginning of the season here. But there's this. And then basically, as the updates came, we we'd do what a lot of Minecrafters do, is you'd reset, do a new map. So we had Circular City, and then we had Fluentstar Batica, and then we had an update, so we did Flubat, which is just Fluent and Delbat. And then we had some Bolshitica, we dropped the naming scheme, and then we went to Revnik Efeson, which is nice fucking server backwards. I think this is when they added the trees. Yep, that's when they added the jungle trees. And then we had 1.2 Opia, which is awesome. I YouTubed this one on my very first YouTube video. My very first channel, which is well and gone, but this was a cool one. 1.2, Minecraft 1.2. And then we had Flunkstar Deloy, which was, I think, 1.2 something. I can't remember exactly. The reason I'm not sure is because, and then here, these are other maps that like Flunkstars have played but haven't been technically Flunkstars. So this is me and my kid and his friends. This one right here is me and my girlfriend, our first map together. This one is, I ran out, so when I was making this temple, I ran out of maps, and so this is just a little spot on 2B2T that me and some Flunkstars played on. Anyway, so that's the history of the maps, right? So we did all that, and then Flunkstar came to be. Let's go to the very first Flunkstar. So we'll go here. So then Flunkstar happened, and Flunkstar was a 2013, I think, no, 2012? No, it was 2012. I'm wrong. 2012, and this is when I got inspired. I watched UHC by Minecraft, and I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. And I went on the forums, and I went real hard looking for people, and this is where I found Crit. This is where I found, and because I found Crit, then I also found Zen. Oh, we have guests on here? I had no clue. Zen lives here. But yeah, then Dell's got a UFO up here. But yeah, this was basically the beginning of Flunkstar. There is a map called Fluentstar Deloy, which is kind of like Flunkstar Zero. We were looking at it in the room. That's kind of the first Flunkstar, because it was Flunkstar Deloy, so Fluent Chaos. So Flunkstar comes from Fluent Chaos and literally Starly, my ex-baby's mama from Ender. That's where Flunkstar comes from. But then it used to be Flunkstar Deloy, so we added, oh no, it's I'm sorry, Flunkstar is my name and my brother's name, Tank Punk, Flunk, Fluent, and Punk, Flunk, Star, Starly, so that's where Flunkstar came from. I know people think there must be more meaning to it, that's it, just an amalgamation of names. And Flunkstar Deloy also had Mulsey and Delbat, so Flunkstar Deloy, and then Flunkstar sounded so cool, we stuck with Flunkstar when I decided to try and have a YouTube presence. And this is Flunkstar, so this is why it's called Flunkstar. This was my very first YouTube map. Not my very first YouTube map. I had 1.2 OP. I stand corrected, but it's the first one where I tried to do the Minecraft thing. I was so fucking stoked by the Minecraft thing. It was awesome. And so I went to go find new players, and we've found a lot of players. Crit is still with us. He doesn't play Minecraft anymore. Zen actually still logs in every now and again, but we got some long-term players from this. But this is where Flunkstar began, and then over the years, what happened is the same thing that happened with the Elf and Beta Worlds is the update. So we had Flunkstar, and then we had Flunkstonia, and then we had Flunkstar 3, and then we had Flunkstar Forever, which was supposed to be what I'm doing now in Flunkstar X, but it didn't work out. I burnt out after Flunkstar Forever, and I almost didn't play anymore. I'm not going to say I didn't play anymore, but I was just like, this is during that long time where there was no updates, guys. Like over a year of no updates. So Flunkstar Forever, which was the Mesa biomes, an update or two maybe happened during that, maybe just one. But then Flunk 5 was me getting back into Minecraft. I had a long distance girlfriend at the time, and the only way we could really hang out was on Minecraft. So that's where Flunk 5 came from. And then onward we went, Flunkstar 6, the 7th Flunk, and these are all updates. Now here's a sad little part of Flunkstar history is Flunkstar DH is not Flunkstar 8. Flunkstar 8 is lost. However, Flunkstar DH is a server, and that stands for Drug Hugs, the name of the server, and it's not as bad as it sounds, but either way, this is where I got a lot more players. We got Dabby from here, we got Kenzo from here, we got, well, those are the ones that are still around. Then we had Flunkstar the 9th, and then in 2021 December, it was time to do Flunkstar X, and my thought was, we're done updating, we can always go further in the map if we want to do something else, and that is how Flunkstar X came to be. Now, Flunkstar X launched, and it was awesome, and everyone loved it. The Caves and Cliffs, I think it was, and it was super cool. And we played up until the time where it had been a year, and it was like, you know, it felt like it was time for an update with the next update, or the next version update or whatever. But I ended up starting to F around with, what was it called? Oh my god, it's down here. I'm going to just look at it really quick. It's called, it's AVS, I think. I don't know. It's basically the new MC Edit, right? And so MC Edit had been dead for a long time. I used to combine all of our worlds, and MC Edit kind of died. And I wish I could remember the name of it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to launch it so I know the name of it really quick, guys. But basically, I found MCA Selector. That's what it was called. Found MCA Selector, and I started effing around with merging the worlds in. And I didn't tell anyone about this, and here's a fun little thing. I'll show you this. There was, I launched AVS. Now my shit's going to lag probably because I couldn't remember the name of it. There is a secret room that no one knows about. And now I'm going to show people, and don't go use this room. But as I was secretly adding all this stuff to the world, down here was having little teleport signs show me like, oh my god, these are all back to base operations. This is where originally I had all the signs to test and teleport to all these different areas. Some stuff in here might be cheaty, so we don't take it, we just leave it. It's me kind of experimenting. I always gotta switch between admin and player, but let's see here. So yeah, and slowly but surely I added all the previous Flunktars in the map without telling anyone. So at one point in time, all the maps were here, but all people knew was Flunkstar X. And so then we did the Great Flunkstar Quest. We did we put in an announcement in the Discord that weird things were afoot. I don't remember exactly what we said, but basically the X marks the spot and go to the dorms and try to find it. And basically, if you went to the dorms here, and I'm going to show you guys quick. Where are we here? Oh, am I out of rockets? What the hell? Oh, here they are. Without my add-ons, I'm lost. Okay. And so the quest for Flunkstar began, and the quest for Flunkstar was a deal where every day 3 clues would arise, and you'd have to follow the clues. And to start it all off, you had to find this map in the dorms. In the map, I'll show you where the map was, and then I'll show you where the X was. But if you made it to the enchanting room in the dorms, you come back here. Oh, there's a map with an X, and that X was accurate, but it was way deep in the caves. So then basically, the clues started off. Okay, let's get there without dying. It was over here by all the New Year's celebrations. Here it is, right here. This is the X. It's our Discord logo, kind of, which is a planet with X eyes. But X was right here, and if you went underneath, you could find the first clue, and it went through a series of things. And basically, by the end, I think it was like 2 weeks of clues, 3 clues every day, 3 to 2 clues every day. It was crazy. I really went hard on it. But basically, once it was all done, and anyone that participated, only people that participated were eligible for a Rod of Returning. And originally, it was only going to be the first person to find the temple, because I built the temple with the signs and all teleports, but there's none of this was here. There is no indication, and I think if we go straight, yeah, here's our competition, our Survivor competition. So the final clue led you here, and you had to, it was Zen. Oh my god, it was Zen, Crit, and Kenzo, or Otaku Baker at the time, and basically they had to find basically all these, and it said go east, and you go east, and you found the temple. And the temple, it was basically big. This was huge for Flunkstar, because A lot of our players had been playing since the beginning, or, you know, from 2, 3, or 4, you know, just a lot of time spent on Flunkstar. And since this was made to be the forever map, I was like, you know what, you guys, we now have a forever map, no more resets and stuff. And welcome to the Temple of Flunkstar. There's a really cool book, but dude, I wish I was recording. I had a recording. My kid actually recorded it. We lost it somehow, but you should have seen it when everyone came in here that had played all these previous episodes and you could go to all their old worlds. So, reason I'm showing this to you is I had a comment last video, and thank you for that comment. I can't remember the username, but they're like, oh man, you built a lot in just a little under 2 years. And this is a culmination of everything, 2010 and on. Like, all of our stuff is here. I love this map. This is my Minecraft journal. I've been playing this game for 15 years plus, and I love that everything's in the same place. Now, what do we do when there's a new update? And we need to, like, okay, so the trials, not the trials, it was the trail ruins or whatever. So now what happens is you'll notice that spawn is a million out, like I said. True spawn is now Flunkstar XX. This was the last reset we did, and what we do when there's a reset is we give people the option. If you would like to participate in that new map feel, you can opt in. And then you will be teleported to the current 0-0 with nothing in your ender chest, no items, and you'll start fresh. This is 0-0. The only way to get back to everything else that's connected is to go through the map and beat the dragon with everyone. You can't just go power beat the dragon, but basically what we do each time there's an update, and we kind of are longing for that new map feel. What we do is we move the current 0-0 out. So X used to be the current 0-0. Now that's a million out. When we go to do this again, I'll probably take double X here and move it a million out the other way, and we'll start fresh. We do that so that we get the strongholds and everything. The strongholds are the really only reason that we do that. If it weren't for the strongholds, we'd probably just do new locations. But yeah, so that is how Flunkstar works, and I hope that's helped some of you guys understand it a little bit better. It is literally a map that I started in 2021, and sometime in 2022, I got all the old Flunkstar maps in, including like literally almost every SMP map I've ever been on, and it's all here under one roof, Flunkstar. So, I hope that clears a little bit up. Just as a reminder, we are 18 plus, but there's a little link in the description. If you'd like to check out Flunkstar, you're totally eligible. Just reach out and maybe, but regardless, I hope that clears up a little bit about how Flunkstar works. It's a labor of love. I'll be updating this map till the day I die, and I'll have to find someone to take it over for me because Flunkstar is truly forever. All right, guys, if you enjoyed watching the video today and having me kind of explain Flunkstar, please leave a like. If you would like to see more of this in less explanatory ways, me running around and being an idiot, hit the like button, smash the bell, and either way, I'll be back here tomorrow and for the rest of my days on the Flunkstar server.